Welcome to Serenity Whispers, your sanctuary for peaceful slumber, where you will find soothing sounds to guide you into the realm of restful dreams. Once upon a time in the small, picturesque town of Willow Creek, there lived a young woman named Charlotte. She was known for her radiant smile and kind heart, working as a librarian in the town's cozy little library. Charlotte loved her job, surrounded by the countless stories of adventure, mystery, and romance. But her own life was quite uneventful in comparison. One chilly autumn day, a stranger walked into the library. His name was Ethan, a freelance writer with a warm gaze and an air of mystery. He had recently moved to Willow Creek to escape the hustle of city life and find inspiration for his next novel. As he approached the front desk, their eyes met, and there was an instant, unspoken connection. Over the next few weeks, Ethan became a regular at the library, often staying late into the evening, scribbling notes and typing away on his laptop. Charlotte would occasionally pass by his table, and they would exchange small talk, discussing their favorite authors and books. Their conversations gradually became more personal, revealing their hopes, dreams, and the loneliness that had quietly crept into their lives. As the days grew shorter and the nights colder, Ethan and Charlotte found warmth in each other's company. They began to meet outside the library, taking long walks under the golden canopy of the autumn trees, sharing coffee at the local cafe, and watching the stars from the town's little wooden bridge. Their love story unfolded slowly, like the pages of a well-loved book. Charlotte showed Ethan the hidden gems of Willow Creek, while he shared with her the worlds he created with his words. They laughed, they debated, they dreamt together, and before they knew it, they were in love. But love, much like the stories on the library shelves, often faces conflict. Ethan's book was nearing completion, and he was torn between his burgeoning love for Charlotte and the lure of the city, where publishers and opportunity awaited. Charlotte could see the struggle in Ethan's eyes and felt the fear of losing him growing in her heart. One evening, as snow began to fall over Willow Creek, Ethan confessed his dilemma to Charlotte. He stood before her, his heart heavy with the weight of his decision. Charlotte, with tears glistening in her eyes, told Ethan that true love means letting go. She didn't want to be the anchor that held him back from his dreams. Ethan left Willow Creek with a promise to return, his last kiss with Charlotte lingering on his lips. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Charlotte held onto hope, but the library felt emptier, and the town seemed quieter without Ethan's presence. Just when Charlotte began to doubt if she would ever see Ethan again, on a bright spring day, he returned. He walked into the library, his eyes searching for the only story that truly mattered to him. Ethan had achieved success. His book had become a bestseller. But he realized that his story was incomplete without Charlotte. He found her re-shelving books, her hair catching the sunlight from the window. Ethan approached her, his hands trembling, holding the first copy of his published novel. The dedication read, "To Charlotte, who taught me that the heart is where the home is." With tears and laughter, they embraced, knowing that this was just the beginning of their lifelong love story. Willow Creek, with its enchanting library and the bridge under the stars, had become the setting of their very own fairy tale, one filled with love, sacrifice, and the sweetest of reunions. And as they stood there, in the heart of the library where it all began, they understood that the best stories are not just read, they are lived. Emma and Jack had navigated through the ups and downs of their relationship, finding themselves now settled into a comfortable routine of domestic life. With the initial rush of romance giving way to a deep, abiding love, they had learned to cherish the quiet moments just as much as the grand gestures. Their love story had seen them move from the bustling city to a quaint house in the suburbs, where they had more space for their growing family. Emma had transitioned from her corporate job to a home-based graphic design business, which allowed her the flexibility to be with their 2 children, Lily and Max. Jack had been promoted to a managerial position at his firm, and while this meant longer hours, he always made sure to keep weekends sacred for family time. As the children grew, Emma and Jack faced new challenges. They navigated school meetings, soccer practices, and ballet recitals, all the while maintaining their own relationship. Date nights became a scheduled event, something they both looked forward to as a time to reconnect and remember the spark that brought them together. However, life is never without its trials. Emma's mother fell ill, and she found herself torn between caring for her mother and her own family. Jack stepped up, taking on more responsibilities at home, but the strain showed on both of them. They argued more frequently, and the distance started to grow. It was during a particularly tense evening that they both realized they were at a crossroads. Sitting down at the kitchen table, surrounded by the chaos of their life, they spoke honestly about their fears, their disappointments, and their hopes. They realized that while love was a constant, it also needed to be nurtured. They agreed to seek couples counseling, which helped them communicate better and understand each other's perspectives. Through this, their bond deepened, and they found a new appreciation for one another. They became a team again, facing life's challenges together. When Emma's mother passed away, it was Jack's unwavering support that helped her through her grief. And when Jack faced a crisis at work that threatened his job, Emma was his rock, encouraging him to consider starting his own business, a dream he had harbored for years. With renewed vigor and a sense of purpose, they supported each other in these new endeavors. Jack's business flourished, and Emma found joy in her art, which had taken a back seat during the years of raising young children. They traveled, exploring new cultures and cuisines, and these experiences brought new stories and laughter into their home. Years passed, and Lily and Max grew into young adults with dreams of their own. Emma and Jack watched with pride and a touch of melancholy as their children ventured out into the world, leaving them with an empty nest. But they found that the space left by their children was filled with new opportunities for growth and exploration. As they walked hand in hand along the beach, watching the sunset, they reflected on the journey that had brought them to this moment. They had weathered storms and basked in the sunshine, their love an anchor through it all. They didn't know what the future held, but they knew they would face it together, with love as their guiding star. Continuing the tale of Emma and Jack, we find them in a new chapter of their lives, one that speaks to the enduring nature of love and the ever-changing tapestry of family life. Years had passed since they first met, and their love had matured, much like a fine wine. They had celebrated triumphs, endured losses, and navigated the complexities of life side by side. Their children, Lily and Max, now young adults, were carving out their own paths in the world, leaving Emma and Jack to rediscover life as a duo. As they adjusted to the quiet of an empty nest, they found themselves drawn to new pursuits. Emma, with more time on her hands, reignited her passion for painting, filling the walls of their home with vibrant canvases that spoke of her inner world. Jack, ever the adventurer, took to woodworking, crafting intricate pieces of furniture that bore the marks of his patience and attention to detail. Their home became a testament to their creativity and a sanctuary for their shared dreams. The garden, once a wild space where the children played, was now a meticulously landscaped haven, with a small vegetable patch that Emma tended to with a gardener's love and a gazebo that Jack had built with his own hands. But life, as it tends to do, brought with it a new set of challenges. Jack's sister, who lived abroad, fell ill, and the couple found themselves traveling back and forth to provide support and care. During these trips, they discovered a shared love for new cultures and cuisines, which rekindled the spark of their early days of courtship, when everything was an adventure to be shared. Upon returning home, they decided to channel this newfound passion into a joint venture, a small cafe that would serve dishes inspired by their travels. The planning and opening of the cafe were a whirlwind, testing their partnership in unexpected ways. But as they worked through each challenge, they found that their bond only grew stronger. The cafe quickly became a local favorite, a place where stories were shared and laughter filled the air. Emma's paintings adorned the walls, and Jack's handcrafted furniture gave the space a warm, inviting feel. They employed a small team, and the couple found joy in mentoring their staff, many of whom were young people just starting out in the world. As the years continued to unfold, Emma and Jack welcomed the joys of grandparenthood. Lily had a daughter, Sophie, and Max, a son, Ethan. The arrival of the grandchildren brought a new kind of love into their lives, one that was at once familiar and entirely new. Emma and Jack's home was once again filled with the sounds of children's laughter, the pitter-patter of little feet, and the wonder of discovery. They shared their love of art and craftsmanship with Sophie and Ethan, teaching them to paint and build, instilling in them the value of creativity. Together, they celebrated milestones and created new traditions. The cafe hosted an annual charity event that brought the community together, and their home was the site of family gatherings that spanned generations. As Emma and Jack grew older, they did so with grace, always learning, always loving. Their story, a testament to the power of partnership and the resilience of the human heart, continued to unfold with each passing day. And though the future was uncertain, one thing was clear. Their love story, with all its chapters, was far from over. It was a living narrative, one that they wrote together with each moment, each challenge, and each triumph, adding to the richness of their shared existence.